Darling, did you just close $1 million investment and you're still driving that 1998 Fiat Uno? Darling, that's a crime against your assets. I'm Duchess Dollars, your luxury mentor and specialist in eliminating any trace of poverty from your life. What's the point of having money in your account if your lifestyle screams supermarket promotion? My Mr. Millionaire nearly had a heart attack when he saw a former client of mine wearing a plastic watch after closing a six-figure contract. Darling, poverty is a disease and I have the cure. If you want to learn to live like a truly rich person and not like a poor person with money, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never again commit social blunders that expose you as formerly poor. Let's get to what matters. 1. Your basic wardrobe. My dear, those polyester blouses need to go in the trash right now. Have you seen Melanie Griffith in Working Girl? Remember how she transformed her wardrobe to be taken seriously? Well, darling, but without that horrible hair. Invest in classic pieces made of Egyptian cotton, Italian linen, and cashmere. A $500 basic white blouse has a completely different fit than the one you bought at the discount mall. My secret? Buy less, but buy better. 3 quality blouses are better than 15 mediocre ones. And please, darling, stop wearing those fake animal print patterns. Leopard only if it's Dolce & Gabbana. Understood? Your first million deserves to be celebrated with a wardrobe that doesn't scream, "I just won the lottery." Truly rich people have elegance. 2. Your signature perfume. Darling, that perfume you buy at duty-free needs to go in the trash immediately. Did you know Princess Diana wore Quelque Fleur by Houbigant? I'm not saying you need to wear the same, but please, find an exclusive perfume that isn't the same one your neighbor wears. Invest in niche fragrances like Frederic Malle, Byredo, or Le Labo. My Mr. Millionaire always says he can identify a nouveau riche by their sweet smell from miles away. A truly sophisticated woman has a perfume that becomes her trademark. And no, darling, I'm not talking about those celebrity-named perfumes you buy at the pharmacy. A good fragrance costs at least $300 and should be applied subtly. As my friend Tom Ford says, perfume shouldn't announce your arrival, but rather your departure. 3. Your means of transportation. Oh, darling, that 10-year-old Honda Civic of yours is giving me chills. Do you really think you can arrive at an important meeting in it? Taylor Swift wouldn't arrive at the Grammy Awards in an Uber, and you shouldn't go to work carpooling. I'm not saying you need to buy a Bentley, although I strongly recommend it, but at least an entry-level Audi or Mercedes. My Mr. Millionaire always says, the car you drive is the business card that arrives before you do. The savings you make by driving an economy car don't compensate for the negative impression it causes. And please, if you can't buy a decent car right now, at least use a car service with a driver. Nothing more embarrassing than seeing a rich woman getting out of an economy car. It's like seeing someone wearing Louis Vuitton with flip-flops. 4. Your home and address. Darling, that apartment of yours in the up-and-coming neighborhood isn't fooling anyone. As Scarlett O'Hara said in Gone with the Wind, land is the only thing that matters. Your zip code says more about you than your last name. There's no use saving money by living in a questionable neighborhood and driving a luxury car. Prefer a smaller apartment in a prestigious address to a mansion in a mediocre neighborhood. Nothing screams insecure nouveau riche more than that huge house in a distant development with no tradition. And please, darling, replace those MDF furniture pieces with signature design pieces. Your restoration hardware sofa is pretty, but anyone with a credit card can buy one. Invest in antiques or award-winning designers. Truly rich people don't buy furniture at the mall. 5. Your skincare routine. My dear, those creams you buy at the supermarket are for poor people, not for you. Your skin is the largest organ in your body and the first thing people notice. Have you noticed Cate Blanchett's flawless skin? That doesn't come from generic dermacosmetics, darling. Invest in brands like La Mer, Sisley, or La Prairie. A good serum costs at least $300 and is worth every penny. And please, have a private dermatologist, not the one from your health plan with a waiting list. My Mr. Millionaire always says he can identify someone's financial status by the quality of their skin. Truly rich people don't economize on skincare, and never, ever, go to sleep with makeup on, no matter how tired they are. Cheap makeup ages you by 10 years. Switch now to Clé de Peau, Tom Ford, or by Terry. 6. Your social circle. Darling, those high school friends of yours are pulling you down. As the movie Mean Girls said, tell me who you hang out with and I'll tell you who you are. If you want to be truly rich, you need to frequent circles where wealth is normal, not exceptional. Start attending charity events, the ones with at least a $1,000 ticket, golf or tennis classes at exclusive clubs, or art gallery openings. My Mr. Millionaire found his first $1 million investor playing golf. Rich people don't announce their financial achievements on social media. They share them discreetly at private dinners and exclusive events. And please, stop posting photos of dishes at restaurants. That's what tourists do. Truly rich people know the chef by name and never ever take pictures of food. 7. Your social skills and language. That vocabulary of yours needs an urgent update. You're saying, wow, that's cool, when you should be saying fascinating. Truly rich people know the difference between champagne and sparkling wine. Know at least the basics about wine and never ask the price of anything in public. Have you noticed how Queen Elizabeth never showed surprise? That's class, darling. Stop using slang, diminutives, and please lower your voice volume by 50%. Nothing screams nouveau riche more than someone talking loudly about how much their new watch cost. And learn to give generous tips without making a fuss. 20% is the minimum acceptable. My Mr. Millionaire always says that the way someone treats waiters reveals their true character. Truly rich people are kind to everyone, but never, ever try to be friends with the service staff. 8. Your luggage and travel accessories. My dear, that wheeled suitcase you bought on sale is screaming economy tourist. Have you seen Eva Longoria's luggage collection? Well, darling, that's traveling in style. Invest in a collection from Louis Vuitton, Rimowa, or Globetrotter. Your luggage says a lot about you before you even open your mouth. And please, have a complete set, not just one lonely large suitcase. Truly rich people have at least a carry-on, a medium, and a large suitcase from the same collection, plus matching toiletry bags and document holders. And that inflatable neck pillow of yours? Throw it in the trash now. Use a cashmere shawl wrapped around your neck like sophisticated women do. Never carry your own luggage if you can pay someone to do it, and remember, truly rich people never run to catch a flight. They simply schedule a later one. 9. Your eating habits and table manners. Darling, that habit of yours of eating fast food needs to end today. Have you seen the documentary The Queen? Remember how she ate with elegance? Truly rich people know how to use all cutlery correctly. Never talk with their mouth full and never complain about food in public. Invest in etiquette classes if necessary, but please learn to hold a wine glass by the stem and not by the bowl. Your food repertoire also needs to expand. Knowing how to appreciate caviar, truffles, and foie gras is not optional. And please, stop ordering colorful fruit cocktails. A glass of vintage champagne or a classic martini is much more sophisticated. My Mr. Millionaire always says he can identify someone's social origin by the way they handle cutlery. Truly, rich people eat slowly in small portions and never, ever appear hungry. 10. Your appliances and electronic devices. That side-by-side refrigerator of yours was trendy in 2010. Have you seen the kitchens in The Devil Wears Prada? Well, minimalism and high technology. Replace your appliances with brands like Sub-Zero, Wolf, and Miele. Nothing screams middle class more than electronic devices with visible logos and blinking lights. Truly, rich people have built-in, discreet, and silent appliances. And please, update your cell phone. Using a model more than a year old is practically a social crime. Have an ultra-thin laptop for work and a tablet for entertainment. All Apple brand, obviously. And that portable Bluetooth sound system of yours? Replace it with an integrated Sonos system throughout the house. My Mr. Millionaire always says that a person's technology should be as discreet and efficient as their butler. Present when needed, invisible when not. 11th. Your cultural knowledge. Your playlist with current hits needs an urgent revision. Have you noticed how the sophisticated people in The Great Gatsby knew about art, literature, and classical music? Truly rich people have a cultural repertoire that goes beyond what's topping the charts. I'm not saying you need to abandon your favorite pop, but add some jazz, classical music, and world music to your collection. Subscribe to Netflix, but also to the Criterion Channel for classic and independent films. Have some biographies and literary classics visible on your bookshelf. And yes, you need to have read at least some of them. My Mr. Millionaire always says he can identify a nouveau riche by the way she confuses Monet with Manet. Truly rich people invest in knowledge as much as in material goods. 12. Your domestic services. My dear, you still clean your own house? That's so middle class. Do you remember Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada? She didn't even know where the washing machine was. Truly rich people have a domestic staff. At minimum, a housekeeper 3 times a week, but ideally a full-time housekeeper. And please, don't forget the gardener, the dog walker, and the personal chef for special occasions. Your time is too valuable to be wasted on domestic tasks. And that habit of yours of shopping at the supermarket? Replace it with a premium delivery service. My Mr. Millionaire always says that true financial freedom is never having to think about detergent. Truly rich people don't know the price of basic supermarket products and are proud of it. 13. Your jewelry and accessories. Darling, those gold-plated jewels of yours are giving me hives. Have you seen the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's? Remember Holly Golightly's fascination with Tiffany? Real jewelry isn't just decoration, it's an investment. Replace your costume jewelry with some classic 18-karat gold, platinum, and real gemstone pieces. A good watch like Cartier, Rolex, or Patek Philippe is essential. And please, no accumulating. One real diamond bracelet is better than 10 gold-plated ones. The same goes for your sunglasses. One Cartier or Tom Ford is much more elegant than 5 generic models. My Mr. Millionaire always says he can identify a woman's social status by the shine of her jewelry under natural light. Truly rich people have few jewels, but all authentic and timeless, never following passing trends. 14. Your knowledge about wines and beverages. Your habit of ordering house wine is ruining your reputation. Have you seen the movie Sideways? Well, darling, knowledge about wines is essential. Invest in a basic wine course and learn the difference between Bordeaux and Burgundy, between a Cabernet and a Pinot Noir. Have a small wine cellar at home with at least 20 different labels. When you go to a restaurant, know how to choose with confidence. Nothing screams nouveau riche more than ordering the most expensive wine on the menu out of insecurity. And please, learn to hold the glass correctly, to taste before approving, and to pair wines with dishes. The same goes for premium spirits. Knowing the difference between an 18-year-old single malt and a blended whiskey is basic knowledge. My Mr. Millionaire always says that the true test of sophistication is when someone orders a drink without looking at the price, but also without choosing the most expensive one. 15. Your travel experiences. My dear, those vacations of yours at all-inclusive resorts are screaming last-minute deal. Have you seen Under the Tuscan Sun? Well, darling, travel is about authentic experiences, not about taking photos for Instagram. Truly rich people don't stay in chain hotels, but in boutique hotels or historic properties. No tour packages. Have an exclusive travel agent who knows your preferences. And please, stop visiting only the obvious tourist spots. Exchange Paris for Provence, Cancun for San Miguel de Allende, Venice for Portofino. True exclusivity is in destinations that don't appear in in-flight magazines. Learn at least a few phrases in the local language, and never ever complain about cultural differences. My Mr. Millionaire always says he can identify someone's level of sophistication by the way they plan their travels. Truly rich people travel in the low season and have local connections at each destination. Darling, if you implement these 15 changes, no one will ever suspect that you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth like me, Duchess Dollars. Remember, it's not enough to have money. You need to know how to live like the rich. If you liked these tips, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to receive more advice on how to elevate your lifestyle. I've left several links to products worthy of a truly rich person in the first pinned comment. And don't forget, the rich don't save, they invest. Leave in the comments if you agree. Kisses from your favorite mentor who loves being rich and wants you to be too. Duchess Dollars leaving for another tea with Warren Buffett.